Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be tackling the infamous CLA-76 and CLA-2A combo. I said infamous because I know you probably have this problem. It's too hot, there's too much of a bite on there, and it's distorting your vocals. I had this problem, I know a bunch of other people do, and I noticed in some of the videos that people were trying to make to remedy this weren't working. So it took me a little bit of my own time just trying to figure out different things to get it to sound smooth like theirs did. They're probably using really, really good microphones and they did really good gain staging. But if you have an affordable mic like I do, these hit different. The high ends hit different. The S's and all that sibilance and stuff, that contributes to it. So I'm going to play this the way it's supposed to sound, and then I'm going to play you the way that it sounds with the problems we all have.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're getting sick of it. The way you're looking at me like you stepped in fucking lizard shit. So listen kid, right here's a piff and everything you need to sniff. The audio is powder, just consider it a gift.
So that's smooth, right? That's how it's supposed to sound. Now I'm going to show you how Oz used to sound.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're getting sick of it. The way you're looking at me like you stepped in fucking lizard shit. So listen kid, right here's a piff.
That's that terrible distortion that we're all getting, and I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. Okay, so these plugins, they bite really hard, all right? They come in hot. Even if you record at a lower level, it's just bringing a bunch of stuff up, and this is the best way that you can start to fix this. You need to gain stage your vocals, and you need to gain stage them a lot. So put the fruity balance on, okay? I'm going to take everything off right now.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're getting sick of it. The way you're looking at me like you stepped in.
So that's at 0. That's unity gain for my vocals. Um, you can tell it's loud, and normally I would probably just lower it a little bit, but since I was having so much trouble, and we all are with this compressor combo, it's supposed to catch the transients, the CLA-76, and then the CLA-2A is supposed to make it warm and smooth, and it's not doing that at all. So I gain stage these all the way down to -9 dB. You want to get it low enough so you can still hear it, so you can hear all the words, but you want to get it to a point where like that sibilance and stuff isn't really coming through. Don't be afraid to go low on this because these compressors, they crunch it right up. So I put the fruity balance on and I brought it down -9 and I got it to this level.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're getting sick of it.
It's
the
really
way you're
low
looking
right
at
now,
me
but
like you
watch.
stepped in fucking lizard shit. So listen kid, right here's a piff and everything you need.
All right, then open up an EQ, get rid of these high hisses and all that garbage. Take care of some of the mids. Don't go too crazy because you can always EQ after you compress this. And get rid of these lows. These lows, these are a killer for these plugins because it just brings that right up. Don't be afraid to dip these down 2.5, 2.3 dB. If it sounds too thin, go in after you compress and bring them up a little bit. And now, this is the main culprit, the CLA-76, and it has to do with the input, okay? Now, normally, the input would be probably around like 30 or something, right? But you want to bring that way down if you're having this problem. I would say under 36 and slowly move it up until you hear it, until you can hear it clean.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're
With a
getting sick
little
of it.
bit
The
of a
way you're
bite,
looking
not
at me
much
like
though.
you stepped in fucking lizard shit. So listen kid.
You want to put it on an 8 ratio, okay? At least a ratio of 8. Because if you put it on 4, it's going to be jumping around too much and it's probably going to be grabbing stuff that you don't want it to grab. And when it does that with the CLA-2A, it's going to start squashing and it's going to have like a pumping effect, and you don't want that. So put the ratio on at least 8. If your needle's still moving a lot, put it on 12, but I recommend 8. Don't do 4. I tried it and it does too much. This first plugin on here, the CLA-76, isn't supposed to do a lot. It's only supposed to catch your peaks. And another thing that messes this up too is the attack. Now, we're told with this combo that we're supposed to put the attack as fast as we can and the release as fast as we can. But what happens is when you put the attack all the way up to 7, you're getting too much bite. So you don't want to put it as slow as you can. I would say start around 5 and slowly work your way up to 7 till you hear it easing off and that bite is going away a little bit. As far as the release, I would say if it's just clamping down too hard, back off it a little bit, but I would definitely start at 7 and then work your way slower until it sounds smooth. All right. And then once you feed it into the CLA-2A, I would actually start this way down. The gain on this, I would probably stop below 30, and then I would slowly work my way up so I can hear it. Turn this peak reduction all the way off. You want to hear the full signal. And right down here, if you have the wave CLA-2A, you see high frequency. So if this is moved just straight up and down like how it is when you open the plugin, that's only taking care of the high frequencies there. So if you move it all the way to the right, it says flat. It's covering the whole signal. I would start at a low gain with this. I would say definitely under 30 and slowly move it up until you can make out all the words and stuff. Turn the peak reduction all the way down and then just start working this up as you see the compression working.
Back on my grind, I can tell they're getting sick of it. The way you're looking at me like you stepped in fucking lizard shit. So listen, kid, right here's a piff and everything you need to snap. The audio is powder, just consider it a gift. I don't care about your trap skills. So if rap kills, give me mad.
That's how it's supposed to sound, and the reason why it sounds so good with the 2A on here is because of the preparation that we did. Now, you want to put a de-esser on after. A lot of people say before, but since we're having this problem, I found out this works best. I would say anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000, and don't be shy with this.
Back on my
Wait
grind,
until you
I can
see
tell
like
they're getting sick of
-3
it. The way you're
sometimes and
looking at me like
-6
you
on
stepped
those
in
really
fucking lizard
hard
shit.
high
So
peaks.
listen,
This
kid,
is
right
gonna
here's a piff and
smooth
everything
out
you
what
need to sniff. The audio
the
is powder, just
compressors
consider it a
didn't
gift.
catch.
I don't care about your trap skills. So if rap kills, give me mad bills. I'll smash grills and lay low in the cat skills while you lazy fucks. So
if you're still having this problem after, you probably need to re-record. I know you don't want to hear that, but you most definitely need to re-record. I would experiment with different mic placements. You know, I would stop maybe like 6 to 8 inches away, and before you start recording full songs, guys, get your levels in. Make sure that you don't hear that distortion before you stop mixing and everything and your song's done, because you can't really fix that after. So make sure you're like, I would say maybe like 8 to 12 inches away from your microphone at first. And if it sounds like there's any hard distortion coming through, even just the tiniest bit, mess with your levels on your interface or just back yourself off of the mic a little bit. I hope that helps, guys. All right, take care.